one of the, if not the most important thing for me is culture. It's one of the reasons why last year, I believe that, it's probably the reason why last year that we started out in a bad place, but we're able to come back all the way towards the end of the year and turn our season around and actually make a great run before we got knocked out. It's because of the culture of this club, and that's not only what I believe in, but it is something that I personally protect and defend all the time. We understood the fight that we needed to have towards the end of the season, and we were able to accomplish that goal because we held each other accountable. There was no blaming. We just knew what we had to do, and we worked towards it. At the end of the day, you've got to go and you've got to fight for it. You've got to take advantage of your opportunity. Our culture is, and our 4 core values are centered around, the first thing is, there's 4 of them. Team first. The team's not built around one guy or a couple guys. It's all about the team. It's always about the team, and that's it. Next is, if you don't have a strong, high work ethic, I'm here to tell you, you won't be here long. You just won't. If you're going to win in this game, and that's what we want to do, you've got to work your ass off all the time. Every training, every game, whenever you get your opportunities. And you can be pissed off all day long at me because I don't play you, because I put you in the position you want to be, all those other things. At the end of the day, when you get your chance, you should be so pissed off that you want to shove it in my face, and you should go after it. And if you're not working hard, you'll never be prepared for that. Never. Intelligence. When I talk about this, I'm not talking about that you have to be able to perform brain surgery on Monday night. You have to be able to take the things that we work on in the week for the opponent that we're playing against, and you have to either be able to implement them within the role in which you play or as a team. That's what I talk about. The last one is a winning mentality, and it's defined more about the pursuit of excellence in everything that we do. You've got to try to be, if you're a wide player, then you should be able to serve a ball and put it on a guy's tongue if he needs it there. That's how you have to get. If you're a defender, you have to be good at 1v1 defending. You have to work at it until you're great at it. And that's your responsibility. The coaches, the staff, everybody will help provide the ambiance, the environment for you to do that in, but it's up to you. It's your responsibility to be great in those 4 areas.
Cold as ice.
Because at the end of the day, my belief is that a professional soccer player, your number one job is to be ready for the game on Saturday night or whatever it is. That's what you got to be ready for.
Okay, it's good to see everybody. Welcome back. I'll be short now. Tonight we have dinner. After dinner, we'll have a little meeting. A couple different people will speak, and then we'll hit and address everything there. Okay. Today's just an introduction, not getting into the game. Don't kill yourself, just build yourself into training, okay? Let's get it on. Let's go. Everything
If you're in sports and all you're looking at and you're thinking about game to game, you'll be a shit. You'll be a shit. You won't be a good club. If that's all you're looking at. If you have a perspective of that, every season, normally speaking, every season is going to have its peaks and valleys. What you have to do is you have to minimize the valleys, right? But you're always going to go through some bad spell. The question is not the bad spell. The question is, prior to that, are you moving in the right direction? Do you see the progress of your club? Do you see the model of play? Do you see performances? Do you see some results? Like, what do you see? And then you also got to understand, when you have bad results, why are you having them? Because I didn't wake up this past year in the first 10 games and all of a sudden I forgot how to coach. And that's why we lost the first 10 games. And the question is, do you want to dismantle everything? But we're confident in what we're doing. Because we didn't fire our coach because we believe in what we all, the vision and the mission that we are all on, we believe in.
He's got to get to 20 minutes. Go, guys, come on. You gotta get 20 minutes here. You gotta get there.
Un poquito así lento. Para que no se te entuman, porque donde... Así despacito.
At the end of the day, I always say this, player development is not about having coaches teach you all these things. What it is, 95% of the responsibility is up to you as a player to get to the place that you want to be. 95% of that responsibility is up to you. It's for us, I said, to provide the environment, the opportunity, all those things you have to work at. Daniel, for example. Daniel, when we first signed Daniel, we had other guys that were coaching the second team back then. It was a much different environment. And they weren't playing him at that time. So he went back to Hungary on loan, and then he came back probably 6 months later to a year, and he never left the first team. He's been in the first team ever since.
I think I had a really good season in 2021, and coming back to the team after that was when I felt like everybody looked at me as a veteran, as a player that they respect, and I was an adult, not a kid anymore. And it's strange because I don't know, you just feel it. You just feel that younger guys come into the team and you're like, we're not the same anymore. So it's strange, but that's probably 2022 is the year when I felt the first that I don't belong to the young group anymore, but more the older side.
Quick, last one, quick, right, left, blue.
And then Jake, were you 3-1? Right? 2 and 2, right? So 2 years with the second team. Last year he's with the first team, and now this is his other year, and he came on strong last year. It's because staying focused on what it is that you want to try to accomplish.
Talk about Jake Davis. To me, there's one distinguishing quality that look like they can provide you something, and it has nothing to do with coaching. It has nothing to do with on the field stuff, tactical knowledge, technical awareness. It's got nothing to do with that. Those guys have a personality, and they willingly show personality. Jake Davis has not changed the way that he acts and operates as a human being within our group. He might be more accepted now because some of the older guys realize, like, okay, he's a little bit that way in his bravado, but we can trust him.
If you're coming back with a lot of the same and you're making minimal changes, which I think we did this year, then what you can do is you can sort of skip over a little bit of the teaching aspect early on, and you can get into play. And so our thing is that we're already in early December and we're putting together our first draft of what preseason will look like. And as I said before, we had 2 phases, right? Your first phase at the same place, but we went down for about 17 days. We had 3 days off in market, and we went back down for another 14 days. And within that time period, we played 5 very good games, which also was great too because we played all East Coast teams that we not going to face this year, which was good. And it gave us, different opponents to do some different things with and to. And I thought the guys responded really well to that.
Last year was a great example of how poor you can be to start a year for all the different reasons. But the history of the club and the culture of the club were two of the main reasons why we got ourselves out of that and found ourselves again in the semifinal, which would have been unheard of in the first 10 games and anywhere else in the world. We're gone, the fans are gone, and the club is about to contract, right? I mean, it wasn't good. But that's an indicator of what's possible here. So we go into this year wanting to win it. And the culture, we remain steady. Yeah, there was a lot of outside noise, a lot of shit thrown around, a lot of predictions, a lot of people that knew what was happening, but nobody except the people in the room knows really what's happening. It's really that simple. If you have your best players and you have an idea of how you want to play and you have a good culture, you'll be successful. You might not win a championship every year, but you'll be successful. And that's what happened last year.
He's 5 times E. Move that hip.
I may ever see when you sat there and you're not winning 10. And the question is, what do we do? Does anyone think what we're doing is wrong? Every day. No? Does everyone think we're doing the right thing? Yeah. And we just keep going. Like it's worked all the time. It's worked. We've been right there. So let's just keep doing what we're doing. Because if we start changing, then who knows what's going to happen. We'll do what we do, and whatever happens will happen. That's what we did. You win the next game, you get in a roll, and you stay consistent, and you just keep going. And you're in a great spot where everyone believes what you believed back then because they've seen it. And you didn't shy away from it. You didn't try to play 5 in the back. You didn't change the way that you train. You didn't change anything. You just believe in what you do. You keep going. If it ended a different way, it ends in a different way. You do what you do until the last day.
Like I said, we'll go grab pods, heart rates, boots, get them on, and let's go.